sugar boogers, welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. So today, you guys, we are finally, and I mean finally, creating a brand new home for Jada in the 100 baby challenge. So for a very long time, you guys know, we have been saving up our simoleons so that we could build her forever home, or at least probably for the majority of the time home. I can envision in future generations to come, we'll probably end up switching up houses just so we don't get bored. But this is something Jada has been kind of like aiming towards for a very freaking long time. Primarily, Jada's income is based on painting, which is crazy that she's earned this much money from something she literally does as a hobby at home. Like, she is seriously talented. It's insane. We started off with 76,000 simoleons. I think in the end, this home is worth 91,000. Of course, you got to take into account the plot of land and yada, 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 that type of a thing. So I just want to let you guys know, 100 baby challenge home, it's not fully done yet. Like, obviously the exterior and the landscaping are pretty much up to completion. It's the interior that isn't completely done, but I'm actually very, very, very pleasantly surprised with how far I was able to make our simoleon stretch. Of course, when you've got like $75,000 in the bank, you're not really worried until things start kind of like getting tighter and tighter. I think towards like the last 20,000 simoleons, your girl was starting to sweat. So, okay, the home, it is a traditional home. I wanted to go with something that kind of gave you the family vibes, because even though this is a 100 baby challenge, I never really wanted Jada's home to look like a baby factory. Now, this is probably the most baby factory-esque home I've ever created. Probably one of the biggest homes I've created, honestly. I haven't created a mansion in years. This actually took me 2 hours. I did this at 4 o'clock in the freaking morning. I was up till 5 doing this home, so from 3 to 5, and I was on a roll. Like, I was jazzed. I was so excited with how this turned out, and I'm very proud of myself because, again, I don't build homes this big ever. So last time I did it took me like freaking 4 hours. It was insane. So anyways, the back, I just wanted to add a little structure. Sometimes in the back of my homes, they can look pretty flat. I was very careful with how many bump outs I added in, because every time you do so, it's like at least $500 to $1,000 off the top. But I really did want this home to have some character, some dimension. Just in case you did decide to go ahead and like plop this in your game, you know, you could easily just kind of gut the inside and renovate it to your liking. Kind of figuring out how I want to go about the exterior. I wasn't really sure. At first I was going to go with like the classic brick, just because it did match like the actual, you know, what is it called? The brick that, you know, leads the walkway, that type of thing outside the house, whatever. But instead I went with green and gray because it's my favorite. But I did it a little bit differently, because instead of like doing the trimming on the house, you know, gray, I decided to accentuate the home with a nice beige color. So it kind of gives it a little poppity pop. I've been doing that lately with my homes, just kind of adding in some sort of flair wherever I can. And I love it. I think it is a really cute little house. I'm very excited to play in it. The interior starts off very boring, I guess. It's very like bland, but then when I start adding in the stuff for the kids, obviously, inevitably, that's going to add a little bit of color. So the home is very, very big. I can't remember how many bedrooms we have. I want to say we have like 4 bedrooms and an office, and we also have like a playroom. We have 3 bathrooms. Like, this home is insane, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely struggled a lot with the exterior of the home. Like, right now it's kind of off center, and I like that. I didn't want it to be completely symmetrical on both sides. But the one thing that was irking me to freaking high heavens was the column situation. Like, I don't like when columns aren't like perfectly placed. I wish, very similar to the recent update that we got with being able to kind of put the windows wherever. I wish we were able to do that with columns, because I mean, why the freaking heck not? Also, can we please get these columns fixed, because every time I try to put it on a corner, this ish is all cray and it literally freaking drives me nuts. So we do have 2 chimney pillars on either side. I did that for aesthetics. There is one fireplace inside, which is great, because obviously we know that Willow Creek can get kind of cold in the winter, but it's mostly for aesthetics. It's not like perfectly placed or anything like that. So I definitely struggled with color for sure. I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going with this. But we're pretty much done with the exterior. Pretty soon we're going to head on in to the interior. Another thing, I would just wish we had like more swatches that fit other packs. Like I wish there was like a universal palette and then maybe they added in some other colors, because some of the items literally, you guys, like for instance, these windows, they do not mesh well with anything from Seasons, and the whole craftsman like type of catalog aesthetic, whatever it is, build items literally are my favorite. Like I love them so much. It just sucks because some of the swatches don't really match with the other things in the game. Anyways, on to more important news while we go and finish this home. In case you guys did not know, I have started up my Sims 4 cosmetic line. It sounds so dumb when I say that because it's literally a game, but like that's the point. It's supposed to be, you know, like you can sound dumb. You're having fun with it. So yeah, I recently rebooted up my lip kits. I know a lot of you guys do use them, and they should be out for let me see. I think they'll be out tomorrow. No, they're going to be out officially on the 10th. So that's like in 8 more days to the public. But I did start up a Patreon for anybody who would like to support the channel and also support my creations, because even though it doesn't look like it, believe me, this ish definitely takes time. I spent 12 hours on remastering my lip kits, and that is just getting the texture down. That isn't including everything else. But anyways, I have like a whole video on that if you guys want to check them out. I'm very proud. I'm going to be adding more things too. I'm super freaking excited. I also have like a little shum coming up, so I'm pumped. I'm so happy. I can't wait to like get into it. It's so fun and therapeutic creating these things. Like, and I also really love makeup in The Sims, but I'm so picky when it comes to makeup in The Sims that sometimes, you know, I just like to be able to have like my own stuff as well. But don't get it twisted, there are so many talented creators when it comes to makeup. Like, oh my god, it literally like blows my mind. So many inspirations are out there. But this layout, yo, okay, let's talk about Jigsaw. Like, seriously, not even kidding. I sweat, and I'm telling you, I perspire when it comes to the interior. Like, I get this shelled out, I'm like, oh yes girl, you looking cute, and then we get into the inside and about throw the whole computer away. Does anybody else have that problem? Like, I can build a shell 7 ways to Sunday, but let's not talk about a layout because I'm out, you know what I mean? So I ended up actually figuring it out, but then I got stressed for the upstairs. The upstairs layout isn't as flawless as I would have loved it to be. I did want to go and add like a little balcony. I thought that would have been cute, but then I remembered there's a reason why you don't see a lot of balconies and builds, because they are so dysfunctional. But anyways, I'm just doing a few minor adjustments. I actually did do like a double awning, which I thought looked kind of nice to kind of zhuzh up the backyard or the back a little bit. So here we are figuring out the layout. Now, again, I wanted it to add in as much as possible, but I also didn't want like big, wide open spaces. One of the things of Jada's old home that kind of irked me a lot, but I also really liked it was small. It was small. Everybody was on top of each other. It was like a single level home, which is seriously so beneficial when it comes to The Sims. And oh wow, are you serious? It's Thursday. What are you doing? The landscapers are here a whole freaking day early. Like, yes, come on. Anyway, yeah, so this is obviously upstairs, downstairs. That could be a little frustrating, but I do remember, if you teach your toddlers like how to walk or whatever the situation is, you know, like help them with their movement skill, they'll be able to get up and down the stairs. But you know what, I'm not too worried about it. Also, like, every age range has a room, which was actually implemented in the last build as well, even though the home is super duper small. So we have a room for toddlers, we have a room for teens, and we have a room for children. And I'm not necessarily worried about like the whole like, you know, gender role color thing. Like, grab a bed, shut up, eat your freaking mac and cheese, and let's call it a day. You know what I mean? So just kind of adding in that flooring, getting ready to lay it down. I wanted to add in a pop of color because, again, like, brown is how I get down. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I wanted to add in like this little slate tile. I thought that was really, 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 really pretty. Originally, I go with this darker color, and I think I stick with this if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted to go bad and bougie and throw in like a really just in your face type of texture, and it was going to be this one at first, but then later I decided to go in with a lighter version of that where it just has like little blue pops of color, see, like this, or a gray pops of color. I can't see, okay. Yeah, and this ends up kind of being the theme throughout the house, which is something I have never done before. I've never played with beige, gray, and all those types of things. I really wanted to add a basement in too, because the cauldron, that is something we've been talking about for literally freaking eons. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that to work, so that is going to have to be on the back burner for now. And also, not to mention, building a basement is super freaking duper expensive. So I am infatuated with the downstairs. I love the entrance. I love the placement of everything. I love how when you walk straight in to the left, I believe, you will have a playroom, and you'll see how that kind of adds some color. I had to keep everything very, 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 very basic and vague too in the beginning, because even though we still have 41,000 simoleons, if you guys have built a house before, you know how quickly that ish can go. So anyways, side note, I also, you guys, there is a, oh gosh, she is a Etsy. She's an Etsy creator, and her name is, I think, Janan Issa, and I will post it right now, but I purchased these pins from her, and I'm so excited. One says Susul, and the other one says Mood. She does have like a couple other colors of the Mood one. I think it'd be really cute if she made like a pink one too. Wouldn't that be awesome? I would definitely buy that. But anyway, yeah, I picked them up, and she has like all different tiers. So like, you know, depending on the quality of the pin, that's the price you pay. So I ended up getting those, and I finally received them in today, and I'm so freaking excited. Like, I never buy, like, I have one other official Plum Bob pin that I got from EA, but I never really buy this type of stuff. But you know what? Like, she's so creative. I had to. It took a while to get to my house though because of COVID, but honestly, so worth the wait. So worth the wait. I love the sparkles and everything on them. So anyway, we are done with the kitchen. The kitchen was probably the biggest freaking headache I have ever seen in my life. But I love the space. I love that there is, you know, a place for the kids to come and grab a snack after school, that type of a thing. Creating the dining room. Oh my God. So I didn't add high chairs in, like, because who uses them? I don't have time to put a kid into a high chair. Not to mention, we're going to be playing musical chairs for the next 45 minutes when they're in there. And, you know, like sometimes we could have like 4 toddlers at a time, so I'm not dealing with it. But I created this little sunroom because the dining room was just a super duper awkward shape. And I love how innovative I became at 4 o'clock in the morning, mind you, because let me tell you, my brain cells, they were on their last leg, because literally, not even joking, I don't even know how I was so hyper focused. Like, I am like getting this ish done, son. But yeah, so the way that it looks now, it doesn't stay. I do fix it. I do make it a lot better. I'm still very much trying to figure out everything at this point. So for the living room, you know, I do have an ample amount of space for the kids to come and sit and enjoy. I noticed that it's only some of the children really watch TV and others don't care that much, so it's not like a place of focus by any means, but we do have a really, really nice TV now. In fact, like, we have a lot of nice things. I added in a bunch of these plants, and eventually you'll see me kind of playing charades with them, because like, I don't want it when you're like super zoomed in that you see like 50 of these plants, but I love these freaking plants from Dine Out. Like, they are my absolute favorite, and I feel like they kind of zhuzh up the room. So keeping it traditional, we got the gray, we got the beige, we got even a little bit of white going on here. I throw in a little door rug. I also match it into the kitchen. I freaking love this kitchen. Like, I end up actually lightening up the counters just a tidge, because I feel like it wasn't balancing in the rest of the room. And this is the eyesore, the playroom. Now, when I watch a lot of other creators, their homes, their 100 baby challenge homes, are, how do you say, they are charmingly chaotic. Like, they are literally like nutso, and I love it. I love the chaos that can come with the 100 baby challenge. And I'm like, you know what? I know Jada is all for aesthetics. Don't get it twisted. But I think we are as seasoned enough into the LP to where this ish is, if you can afford it, like, do it, you know? So the playroom has violins. We've got 2 of the drawing tables. You know, I wasn't really good about taking pictures or anything throughout this challenge at all. But one thing I was good at was keeping my kids' artwork. So we have like a bunch of different artwork. I think I accidentally deleted one, and then I realized it was by Aster Bennett. And I'm not sure if he's the one that died, but I'm pretty sure he did. So then I felt like really horrible for deleting his picture. So I want that whole wall to be full of artwork from all of the kids over the, you know, over the generations. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun as well. We have a little science table. My blog table ended up actually getting deleted from the other home, so I'm not really sure what's happening there. I do have a few of the birth certificates, but Jada 9 times out of 10 has a baby at home. Originally, this was going to be a room for the easels, but you'll see later on, I actually turned this into our dragon fruit gardening sunroom. So originally Jada, she wanted a big old garden that you could just see for miles and miles and miles, and she would yield tons of harvestables. But honestly, dragon fruits are one of the most profitable harvestables in the game. So I honestly think she's just gonna have a damn dragon fruit farm, and so eventually we'll build on that. But right now we're keeping it kind of contained because I don't have any money to create a big old green room for dragon fruits. Also, side note, I did indeed bring our money tree, so that will also be earning us some simoleons. Very excited about that. So Jada is going to be living in this room here, which is the I guess the main bedroom with the bath attached, which I think is pretty cool. I do have a bunch of like shower tub combos. Those are pretty freaking expensive, so we'll be able to have like, wait, hold on, this place has four bathrooms. Oh my freaking God. So we went from a home with 2 bathrooms to a home with 4. That is literally crazy. For Jada's room, I actually wanted to try blue this time. I don't remember what color palette she had last time, but I don't know. I feel like Jada's favorite color would be blue, like sky blue. Not any type of blue, but sky blue. Maybe even, dare I say, robin's egg blue, but definitely sky blue for sure, for sure. So that's kind of what we do, and then we'll move on to the other bedrooms in a moment. But let's do a little life update with Jen, because you know you got to do it if it's gonna be a speed bill, Sean. Anyways, life is good. Boyfriend's great. Definitely feeling the stress. Let me tell you, life is great, but it's crazy. It's chaotic. Oh my God, I feel like it's just testing me. I can't even tell you how many breakdowns I have, but literally 2 seconds ago, I just told you how great it is, because it is. Even though I'm going through it and I'm emotional and I want to like just pull my hair out and, you know, freaking look like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, I refrain from doing it because I do believe there is light and darkness. And so when you are kind of going through these, you know, these tough, rough times, I feel like that is basically manifesting something better to come, because you will become stronger out of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, because of these moments here, I will be able to handle even more harder scenarios that come my way, for sure. I mean, I have been through it my entire life, let me tell you. And I feel like all of those situations have made me a stronger person so that I could handle this very moment that is occurring right now. And so if you ever are in a dark place, don't feel helpless. Don't feel, I mean, you can feel those things. Obviously, that's your right, but don't think that it lasts forever, because believe me, those feelings are only temporary. It will get better. It absolutely will get better. If you believe in yourself and you believe that it will. And even if you don't, trust me, it will get better. You gotta find a little hope. You gotta find a little faith, because believe me, there are times where I'm just like, no, I'm done. I can't do it. Cancel everything. End my subscription. I'm over this ish. But anyways, long story short, yeah, I'm just, I don't know. It's crazy. Life is crazy right now. But what really helps me get through everything is my kids and my YouTube channel, you guys, talking to you. I'm so happy all the time, and it's not a front. I'm genuinely like so happy when I record videos and I talk to you, and it's just crazy because, like, I don't know, y'all have helped me through some ish too. You don't even know it, but now you do. So anyway, long story short, you guys, you already saw me do, I think, the toddler's room, which I love. I love the toddler's room. I also have like a little homework room too with a couple desks and stuff. And then I have, this room for the teens, and I love it. I love the little Strangerville paintings. I also throw in a desk. I do duplicate a ton of items because I want there to be enough of them, just in case maybe, you know, in an instance we have more teens and we do toddlers. Like, I wanted to have enough of everything so that I wasn't like, you know, having to have everybody in a queue to like use a desk to do homework, or, you know, maybe make some artwork on the arts and crafts table. We have lots of activities for the kids, lots of things to do, and these rooms definitely add so much freaking color. I will be uploading this home to the gallery, Gen 2606, but I won't be uploading it until the 5th because I'm not going to be home. I'm actually going to be spending the weekend at my boyfriend's because Juan has the kids for Valentine's Day for 4th of July. So, you know, just throwing my business out there. That's why I'm going there, FYI. Anyway, But yeah, I add in a little Lindsay. We throw in a cork board, a calendar. This part of the house is very bland, okay? It is not that exciting. In fact, I think I just leave it just like that because you know what? I'm like looking at 4,513 simoleons and thinking, girl, there is a lot that you need to do. Also, side note, if you never know what to do, like how to clutter up a room and make it look less empty, just go to like to the room, like the pre-made rooms, and then start selecting like random things that kind of juice up the room and then see if any of them fit. For instance, this coat rack was definitely the thing that I needed, and I feel like it fits perfectly. So we're just adding in a few miscellaneous things. I did want to add in a couple items to this particular, like, what is this, the entryway from the back or whatever. This is a really good use of space. You could do a bunch with this. You can add another desk or maybe even throw in a logic table or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna do very minimal landscaping today, like very minimal, because I ain't got the shimoleons, and I didn't use the bug to cheat either. I was feeling committed to the process. But I love this kitchen. Like, I actually really do like it. I mean, I could probably switch up the wallpaper so it wasn't like brown, but like, you know what? It's fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, this is where in the build, I'm like, oh yeah, I have like a bunch of things in my inventory still. When am I going to realize? And then eventually we do the whole dragon fruit scene here. So I don't know what trees I ended up throwing in, just a bunch of birch trees. We got a couple like shrubberies. We got like a trash can. I did want to utilize my basketball hoop because the kids love that. And I'm trying to keep everything relatively affordable, but oh my God, these things are like $500 freaking a piece. In the back, I have what is it called? The ball pit, and that's literally about all. So isn't our little sunroom so cute? I love it. I'm so excited to play in this house, you guys. I'm literally gonna go film that right after this video. Like, I am amped up. Full wattage, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, you guys, we're coming to the end of the speed build. I hope that you all enjoyed hanging out with me here today, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.
I get around despite the loss. I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made it, but I already played this. Not interested, open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me. Shadow